Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Derek Austin's Level Up Travel. You know I love to talk about points, miles, rewards, credit cards in general. I love to talk about cashback. I love to talk about the programs like the hotel programs, the airline programs, and the credit card programs like American Express membership rewards points, like Chase Ultimate Rewards points, like Citi Thank You points, like Capital One Miles, and US Bank Altitude Reserve points. And I also love to just talk about travel in general. Today I want to talk about what I think is the American Express Platinum Card Killer and the American Express Gold Card Killer. Capital One cards. They're a little bifecta, okay? That's what I think is killing American Express. It killed it for me, okay? I just canceled my American Express Platinum. I get hit with a $695 annual fee. You know, there's a lot of credits there. Some of them are just very cumbersome. Some of them are okay, but you know, it's just that people said it a whole bunch of times. It's a coupon book, okay? You're just trying to get back to $695 and maybe a little bit higher. The card really doesn't help you on your everyday life. Maybe Walmart Plus, but I didn't use it. So let's get into the credits. First, for me, the $200 hotel credit. I did use it. I'd find hotels and resorts or the hotel collection. They're overpriced hotels, okay? The one place you can use it, I think, effectively would be in Las Vegas on the weekdays when their prices are lower. I've gotten the Wynn Las Vegas, which is usually like $500, but I got it for like $195, and that was just because it was a weekend. It wasn't any special rate or anything, but you do get like $100 spa credit, which at the time, because of COVID, I could also use for like restaurants inside of the Wynn, things like that. So that was a pretty good deal. But that's going to go away as far as that. Like usually a spa credit with the Wynn, but the other ones have other things like $100 credits and stuff like that too. It's a pretty good thing, but again, most of those, if you're not losing in Las Vegas, you're probably spending like $600, $700, $800 a night on a hotel. And then getting a $200 credit. So if you're a person that normally would do that, that would make sense. I normally wouldn't do it. So it doesn't make as much sense. I'd have to really especially go to Las Vegas to use it. Next is a $200 airline fee credit. And this is something you have to be, either you just have to fly a lot and use the incidental credits, and you probably wouldn't need them as much if you did fly a lot because you probably have status and wouldn't have to pay for bags. Anyway, you know, there's things like that. Also lounge access, and you can use it for lounge access at $200, but those are really expensive. Like I remember it was like $60 per person to go into like the American Airlines lounge. So you could use that if you picked that airline, American Airlines. You have to also pick the airline, so that makes it more restrictive. That's a good point. So you have to pick either Delta, United, JetBlue, American Airlines, any of these airlines. I think there's some other small airlines. They're all American Airlines, American United States of America Airlines, or based airlines. So it's really restrictive. I used it with Delta, bought a $25 gift card, then bought a flight, and that does work, and you get the $200, but it's probably not going to last that long. All the other little loopholes like that eventually went away. So far, they haven't been able to get rid of that Delta one. So you buy it, but it's not made to fly. It's not made for you to use it on booking flights. It's used for those little things, you know, like purchases on the flight, like booking, you know, upgrading your seat, things like that. So it's annoying credit, and even though I probably usually get the maximum of $200 worth out of it right now, still it's annoying. So that's $400 right there. $155 Walmart Plus credit, free delivery. That is pretty great. I just didn't use it. I'm not a huge fan of Walmart, but that's a pretty good thing. It could be used for everyday people, and I just never used it, so I didn't really get much out of it. But that's $155 a year. The $240 digital entertainment credit, broken up in $20 a month. That's for stuff like Audible that I used it, but there's a whole bunch of things you can use it for: Disney Plus, Hulu, ESPN Plus, Peacock. But yeah, it's just something I wouldn't really do normally. I did use Audible, so I used the credit. I'd probably use like $16 a month, not the full $20. But I just had a whole bunch of pile up of Audible books in there, so really wasn't the biggest thing for me. So I'm just getting rid of that. The $200 Uber Cash, $15 a month, except for December, you get an extra $20, so you get $35 on December. I mean, that's cool, but it's overpriced. Well, I used it for Uber Eats, okay? But still, it's like overpriced. They usually jack up the prices. But sometimes you can find some places that don't jack up the prices. But it's a select amount of restaurants. And again, it's like you have to go through Uber to do it. It's not just like normally I would just probably go to the restaurant and make the purchase. So, and it's all in trying to get back to that $695 annual fee. So there's another $200. So for people, if you want to jump through some hoops, this card could be worth it, of course, right? $300 Equinox credit. I don't have an Equinox anywhere close to me. $300 Soul Cycle at bike credit. I already have a Peloton. The American Express Global Lounge credit. Now you can only get it yourself in. Now it costs $50, or you have to spend $75,000 a year to get other people into the Centurion Lounge for free. So that's they really dropped that. That value. So $175 clear credit could be good for some people. So if you're using all these credits and it's something you normally do, that might be worth it for you. $100 Saks credit. I usually used it, but again, it's overpriced clothes. I usually bought some baby clothes for my baby. 50 is broken up into two $50 credits. So the $100 Saks credit is broken up into two $50 credits every half year. So it's through January through June, July through December. You get a $50 credit to use. The global dining access, whatever, with Resi. So those are all the credits for the Platinum card. Just to get back to it, maybe get a little bit more. And the stuff that you normally would buy, you never would buy with that. You probably use for me, it would be my Business Blue Plus, where I get 2x membership rewards points, or a gold card where you get 4x on dining or groceries. That's where I'd be using my card for spending if I was using All American Express. But you know something? The Venture X card has a lot to offer. A lot of these things that, first of all, to get back to their $395 annual fee, it's so easy. Book something on their portal. Some trying to travel on their portal, either a flight, a hotel, a rental car. You can book it on their site, and you'll get the $300 credit, getting the $395 credit down to $95. Most likely you're going to use one of those things in the course of a year, so it's really easy to get that down, right? And then is $95 left over. And when they actually do charge your $395 annual fee in the second year, you're going to get 10,000 Capital One miles. If you just use Purchase Eraser for it, that will be $100. You can use it for transferring. You'll get a lot more value out of it. But let's just say the $100, you'll 10,000 points, you'll get $100, and you'll be plus $5 right there. Okay. Now, you talk about like things like lounge access. This card comes with a priority pass. The ones that actually have the ones with the restaurants inside the airport as well. So it's a better priority pass, right? They also have their Capital One lounges. There's one now, two more on the way to make it 3, and they're going to keep on going. Okay, so this is going to be a killer. So one of the best parts about the Platinum card also is when you do book flights, 5 times the points. This gets 5 times the points if you do it on the portal, and the portal's excellent, okay? The portal is really good. And then you get 10 times the points when you book hotels or rental cars through it, okay? So this card has a lot to offer. Now, here's another thing that's, so now those annual fee and credits, you listed a whole bunch. It took like 6 or 7 minutes just listing the credits and how I could possibly use them. Maybe you can use them for the American Express. And it took like 30 seconds to explain how I can justify this card, right? So right there, you jump through a lot less hoops, and it's a lot more reasonable for most people, okay? Both these cards have great cell phone production, but you get 2x on this. And these points are just as good now as American Express's points, okay? So yeah, that's another great part, but this card has it too, okay? Now let's talk about rental car insurance. This has much better. This is up to $75,000. It's it's not secondary insurance, but it's primary insurance. So this has primary. Venture X has primary insurance. The Platinum card comes with secondary insurance. You have to pay extra if you want primary. Okay, so there's a lot more, there's a lot of benefits to this. Now, here's another thing. One priority pass that you get for yourself when you have the American Express Platinum, you can have up to 4 additional authorized users that will get a priority pass, their very own priority pass, and one of the best priority passes out there because it includes the restaurants again, and you can give that gift to people you know. Yeah, that's a really awesome thing. So there's also a lot of great protections. I think this card has better protections, especially like the like travel insurance, where in case something happens, they'll cover your whole trip, even if it's a one-way flight. The Platinum card has to be a round-trip flight. So there's a lot of Visa Infinite card has really, really good benefits, and it's not like overshadowed at all by the Platinum card. There's great purchase protections, and this is a card that you will make big purchases. You want to make big purchases because it's 2x too on those big purchases. So if you're buying a refrigerator or something, 2x opposed to 1x on the American Express. So Platinum card. So that's it for that. So why do I like this better than the Gold card? And this is a little bit harder one to beat, okay? Because it's a 0 annual fee, okay? 3x on groceries and eating out, and the American Express Platinum Gold card has 4x on those 2 categories. They also have 3x on booking flights. This has none of that, but it has entertainment, which is kind of nice, and streaming. That will be 3x, and they can be transferred easily over to that Venture X, and they will really be just Capital One miles. So just like membership and rewards points, very valuable, right? No annual fee, no hoops to jump through, okay? No hoops to jump through. That's the biggest part. The $250 annual fee with the Gold card, yeah, that's it can be justified. It goes down to a $10 effective annual fee with $10 Uber credits per month and $10 Grubhub credit per month. But that's jumping through a lot of hoops. Would you really buy stuff on these sites if it was? I would just go to the restaurant, honestly, over most of the stuff. If you use these websites for delivery already, and that's part of your life, then it's good. But for me, I would just do the pickup option and go through their site to use the credit for $10 credit every month. It wasn't that bad to use. It's only 2 things right there, and you're really justifying the card for the whole year. But if you do it every month, but again, it's broken up every month, which is really annoying. It would be better if it was for the whole year. You just use that, the 120 for each one of those sites all at once, right? Or in couple purchases. That would be so much better. It was an annual, true annual benefit. But yeah, this, you don't have to jump through any hoops, and you're still gaining some really valuable miles. So, but the 4x is really nice, and I understand why the Gold card wouldn't be as big of a bust for the Savor One card, or the regular Savor card, the Savor One card, or the regular Savor card. But this, I think, for most people, okay, busts the American Express Platinum. Here's another thing. Traveling abroad, you can use this anywhere. You get 2x anywhere, no foreign transaction fees on both cards, but guess what? This one's accepted everywhere. Platinum card, American Express, you traveling outside the United States, it does not get accepted very often, okay? Take it from me. I traveled a lot, and usually does not get accepted. And why would you want to use this? 1x, right? But the Gold card, again, you can use, but that would get 4x. But again, it's not very often that it's accepted. Savor One card is accepted everywhere. But I know it's not part of your main life. Your main life, it'll do just fine getting accepted here in the United States. But that's what I think is a real crutch in American Express. I think it's a real crutch also for Chase too. This is really a great card. 2x on everything compared to 3x on dining out, 3x on for the Sapphire Reserve card, right? But 3x on dining and also 3x on travel, right? But 2x on everything. right? It's great. You know, you find another travel card for that kind of thing. 2X on everything, I think that's better. The cards that are coupled with it, like the Savor card, also have no foreign transaction fees. The cards that are coupled with like the Sapphire Preferred or Sapphire Reserve have they have foreign transaction fees, like the Freedom Flex. They all have foreign transaction fees. Okay, so you know, I think these two cards, I think, are such a great pairing. I think they're top of the line. It is definitely, for me personally, the American Express Platinum killer is because of the Adventure X. Okay, and for me, it did kill the gold card as well, using the Savor one. Don't want to jump through hoops like that. Just don't want to do it. So what do you guys think? Who has a Platinum card out there? Are you going to keep it? If you already had the Venture X, are you just going to like get rid of it like I did? And the same thing with the gold card. I think the gold card's a little bit harder of a sell to drop it, but I did. You know, what do you guys think about the comparisons to, like, say those four cards, the Venture X, the Savor, comparing to the Platinum card and the gold card? Who's got them? Who is thinking about canceling the American Express, or are you thinking about canceling your Capital One cards the reverse way, right? Let me know what you guys think. Now, on a short-term basis, I would say get them all, right? Because those bonuses are always great, but eventually, you know, you're going to keep the ones you really want to keep long-term. Long-term for me, it's the Venture X and the Savor One card when I'm talking about transferable miles, and I'm talking about the U.S. Bank Altitude Reserve when I'm talking about, you know, also a card that I will keep long-term. Okay, but I think that card pairs very well with these two cards. But anyway, who out there thinks that this Venture X card is the Platinum killer, and the gold, if the Savor one or the Savor card is the gold card killer? So that's it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I know it was a little bit longer video than normal. Please like the videos, please subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell notification so next time I come out with a video like this one, you'll be the first to know. Have a great one. See you in the next one.